Implementation overview. Number fluency, 11 to 20 number bonds. How we help you set up the evaluation. The first thing we ask you to do is identify two similar ability classes. You will then complete the pre-assessment task with both classes, and then input the data into the What Word Teachers platform. This will randomly assign the class to either intervention or comparison. The intervention class will use this approach for the duration of the trial, and the comparison will continue as business as normal. At the end of the trial, both groups will complete the post-assessment test, which is the same as the pre. The What Word Teachers platform will then generate an impact report to show you if the intervention has worked. If this shows promise, you can then open up the approach to the comparison class. So let's look at the planning from a step-by-step approach. Step 1. Identify two similar ability classes to participate in the evaluation from the same year group. Step 2. Read the intervention schedule and print off the flashcard packs for each of the numbers. These are included in the resource folder. Step 3. Complete the pre-assessment maths test with both classes. Record the marks in the Excel tracker located in the resource folder and input this into the pre-test on the trial wizard. Step 4. Using the trial wizard on the What Word Teachers platform, randomly assign classes to the intervention and comparison group. Just one piece of advice is if you are inputting class data, it is best to get one teacher to input the scores while the other teacher reads this out. It will make this a little bit quicker. And then once you've randomly assigned the classes, just record which class is the intervention on your Excel tracker. Moving on to step 5, the intervention group of students, they will follow the delivery schedule for the daily number fluency lessons. The comparison group will continue with business as usual for the duration of the trial. And then step 6, complete the post-assessment maths test, which is the same as the pre, to both the intervention and the comparison groups. Record the marks in the Excel tracker and then input this into the post-test on the trial wizard. You'll then complete a short process evaluation, then click Analyze to generate an impact report for your school. So the intervention. Intervention is a targeted number fluency which focuses on year 1 or year 2 pupils. It's delivered in the class by a teacher, and each session will take approximately 15 minutes. How it works: the teacher delivers a daily numbers fluency lesson following the 6-week schedule. The resource folder includes flashcards for the number fluency, for the number bonds for the fact families, each card representing a number bond sum, such as 10 plus 1 equals 11, or 1 plus 10 equals 11, with the answer displayed on the reverse. And in the schedule, you will see that the facts are to be reviewed to reinforce learning using a systematic approach. You'll also find in the resource folder tracking spreadsheet, which includes the anonymized student IDs which you link to students in your class. And you'll also find an implementation guide. So this goes through weeks 1 to 6 on how to introduce the number bonds. You'll also find the flashcards, which you can then download each of the packs and then print off. So let's look at some key considerations. Logistical issues need to be considered before using a targeted number fluency strategy as an intervention. So is there a suitable time in the day? Make sure you print off the schedule so you know in advance which number bond strategies you'll be going through. Make sure you print off the resources in advance as well. And then will you link this potentially to any rewards? So logistical barriers are common in any intervention delivered in schools, so it's just important to consider these prior to starting. So moving on to the assessment, please use the PowerPoint for the assessment. This is 20 timed questions. So what you just need to do is to every 8 seconds move on to the next one. And in the resource folder, you will find a pupil answer sheet template so they can record their scores. And then once this is done, add this onto your Excel tracker and then input this into the What Word Teachers platform. At the end of the trial, both classes repeat the same process again, so you're using the same assessment, and this allows us to measure the progress and the effectiveness of the intervention. And again, just make sure you record this in the Excel tracker and then input this into the What Worked Teachers platform. So please complete the assessment with test conditions. It can be done by a teacher or teaching assistant in the class, ideally the teacher if this teacher class-led. Use the included PowerPoint, which is the same for the pre and the post, and then again just make sure you record your scores on the tracking spreadsheet and then in the platform. So that is the end of the implementation guidance. The next thing to do is to download your research protocol, the resource folder, and then click your trial wizard to get started.